Welcome to Amy Kardashian and the Expert Show, where the experts share their knowledge, wisdom, and powerful insight to help you transform your business and personal life. On this show, we cover business skills, inspirational, health and beauty, and anything you want to learn about life. I bring experts to really let you see your life in a different perspective. So, basically, this show is about real world education and beyond. Before we start the show, I want to tell you I hope you had a Merry Christmas, and I am so looking forward to 2018. I have a good feeling about it, and I hope you do the same, because 2018 is going to be great for everyone. And let's look forward for a positive year starting today. Okay, so Happy New Year to all of you. And we're having a great show here with Erica Walker Thompson. And we are going to talk about you really can deliberately create. Wow, that's pretty good subject here. And welcome, Erica.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Sure, it's nice having you. So, Erica, before we start, can you tell me a little bit about yourself? Tell us about
Yes,
yourself.
I'd be glad to. So I am a consultant, and I've got a small business that is global in nature. I do a lot of training, a lot of public speaking and coaching, and I'm a new author now. But I do that in the areas of diversity and inclusion, leadership development, and then personal power for women. So it includes gender equity, but it also includes really understanding our own power. So that's what I've been doing for the past 22 plus years.
Oh my goodness. I mean, you look very young to do that for 22 plus years.
Well,
Oh,
thank you. I'm the big 5-0 now.
yeah, oh my goodness. Wow. Okay. So, Erica, tell us a little bit, what do you mean by deliberately create? Create happiness, create whatever your dreams you want. What is it?
It's everything. So I really believe that you can be, do, and have anything that you want. And so it could be happiness, it could be a new mate, it could be a new job, it could be a new body weight, whatever that is. I believe that you can deliberately create it.
Okay, so is it one recipe to all? Or if you want to create relationship, it's a different recipe than you want to have a business?
Yeah, I think there's a foundation that is the same no matter what. So the first thing is you've got to have some clarity about what you want. And I find that most of the time we have some sort of problem or challenge that causes us to want something. And we spend a lot of time focused on the thing that made us want something new versus what it is we really want. So the first thing is to get really clear on what you want. And sometimes you may not know that in great detail, but what you do know is, what might I feel like if I had that thing? What might it smell like? What would people be saying to me? What would I be saying to myself? How would I feel? So, that's step one, really getting clear on what it is that you want and then why you want that. Does that make sense?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So first step is to be clear on what you really want. And you have to be very
Absolutely.
specific what you want and why you want to have it. then how we go
Exactly.
from that to how to get it. If we get clear, and then what we need to do to receive what we want.
Sure. So the next step is to get in alignment with it. So as an example, I have a friend and she says, oh, I really want a guy who is so wonderful, and she names all of these things, and it sounds really great. And then we spend the next 45 minutes talking about the crappy guy that she's with, right? And all of the things she doesn't like about him. So the truth is, she's in alignment with that kind of relationship, meaning that's where her thoughts are, that's where her emotions are, that's where her focus is. So that's what she's attracting to herself. So you're familiar with the law of attraction?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, so very similar to that, right? I combine a lot of law of attraction, a lot of metaphysics, a lot of quantum physics, a lot of spirituality, because I want people to sort of get it from all angles. So step 2 is to get into alignment. And by that, I mean, get into the feeling. Where is your focus? Okay. What are you expecting to happen? And then the next step is be in what I call the receiving mode. And if you ever follow Abraham with the law of attraction, they talk about being in the receiving mode. But that means seriously listening for the next step. Okay, so there are actions you can take, but then you've got to be in a place where you're really hearing internally from a higher being, outside of your own brain. Hey, what's the next step? Usually I go to the right when I go to work. Today I'm going to go to the left because I'm inspired to do that. Does that make sense?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, so get in alignment, second step. The next one is what is that focus? Where are you? Are you in the receiving mode? Because if you're still mad or sad or whatever negative emotion it is, then you can't really receive it.
It is so.
It's hard to come through.
Yeah, I mean, people really, when you're in that type of mood, people could read you. Can understand that yes, you want that, but then yet you're projecting something different. So most of the time we cannot really recognize our own emotions, what we're going through, what's going on, but other people can, and they could read it in the wrong
Absolutely.
way. So you don't get what you want because the other people actually they're reading it differently than you're thinking about it, but you're not stepping into it. Is that what it is?
Exactly. Yeah, and not only that, you might think you're thinking about it, but really most of the time we're thinking about the problem, the sadness, the whatever that negative emotion is that causes us to want that thing. So we think we're thinking about that new guy, but if you really look at it, you spend most of your time analyzing what already happened, how terrible it feels, why is this happening to me, all of those kinds of things. But you can't really fool the universe. I mean, so if you're giving out that energy, then you're going to keep getting that experience back.
Absolutely.
Right?
So we are going to go to a very short commercial. When we come back, we want to ask you the question, how should we shift that? Or how could we recognize that we're saying we want something and we're doing something totally different. So we will be right back.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Jamie Lee Metz, CEO and founder of Skin Fitness here in Las Vegas. We've been serving Las Vegas for over 17 years. We're proud to announce we just won 2017 Spa of the Year by Image International. That's the skincare company of the Miss Universe pageant. We offer exclusive treatments like our Time Eraser facial, which uses multiple modalities and literally erases time. Our Pore Purge, which is the ultimate in hygiene, and our Fire and Ice facial, which literally removes and soothes the skin at the same time. Come see us at our new location here in Village Square. We look forward to seeing you soon.
Okay, we are back with Erica Walker Thompson talking about how to shift our thoughts or how to get what we want and act on it, not just think about it. So, welcome back.
Yep. All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
So how should we, what happened, how should we recognize our own emotions when we want something but we're acting differently what we want?
I have a thought that you should become the observer in your own life. And if you're really serious about it, you can use your cell phone, use any sort of alarm, but I think most people have cell phones now. And maybe for 7 days, you can set an hourly alarm. I know it sounds like a lot, maybe every 2 hours. But at that time, just stop when the alarm goes off and observe where you've been for the last 2 hours. And by that, I mean, what have you been focused on? What does your body feel like? Is it relaxed? Are your shoulders back? Are you hunched over? Are you tight? You know, do you have a headache? What have you smiled about? But really be the observer in a non-judgmental way, because so many things for us are automatic, and that's just because that's the way your brain works. When you think about something repetitively, the neural pathways in your brain form a particular pattern, so you don't even have to really think it anymore. It thinks it for you, right? But
Like
you don't
driving to the grocery store. You just automatically drive there. You don't even think about it.
Exactly. Same thing happens with every other aspect. So if you regularly, every 2 hours or so, just stop, take all of 2 minutes. It's not a lengthy process, just to see where you are, because when you get it and you can stop in the moment, you can make a new decision. But if you go all day, or you go 4 or 5 days until you talk to your friend or till you get to church or whatever it is, then you've built more momentum in the wrong direction, or not in the wrong direction, in the direction that you don't want. Okay?
Absolutely. I think
you become aware
Go ahead.
is to be an observer. That's what you do to shift those emotions. And if it's something really heavy, all of us have something in our lives that maybe is not going well for a long time. You've got 12 great things, but that 13th thing is always an issue for you. If it's something like that, then don't try to force yourself to become this super positive person on that topic. Think about other things that you can feel good about, just that'll get you in a good mood. You know what I mean? I have a Facebook page that I used to have. It was called Feel Good. And the only purpose was it for people to feel good. That's it. Because once you're feeling good, then you can start thinking about that specific thing that you want and come into alignment with it. If you're already mad at the guy and you're sad about the guy, you're not going to switch to being really happy about a new guy. But if you become the observer, you sort of start to get it, then you can start incorporating just other things, anything. Pet your dog, anything that makes you feel good. And then you can start focusing on those specifics. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, and then also will help the other person next to you you will shift their perspective, you will shift their life, and therefore they shift ours. So what goes around, it's kind of helping each other. If I'm uplifted, I'm going to uplift who's next to me. I'm going to attract something nice. Emotions could take us places sometimes we don't want to go, or we don't even recognize it's taking us there. So to just watch it every 2 hours, like you're saying, it's very good. It's very good. So we have only less than a minute. I would like you to give your website so people can connect with you.
Okay, so the website is that's THE, Erika Walker, ERIKA Walker.com, TheErikaWalker.com, and that's the site that's connected to my new book, A Woman's Vault, and you can find that on Amazon.
Nice, Erika. Really nice having you. I really enjoyed talking to you.
Thank you.
You lifted me up, which is great. Yes, you did.
Good.
So it was really nice having you with us here and sharing your knowledge of 20-some years. I mean, you look very young, so that's a good thing. Maybe people, they need to really learn a lot from you to stay young looking, right? So thank you again for
I
having
hope
you.
so.
Yes, and I hope we'll connect again soon, okay?
All right, very
Okay.
good. Have a happy new year.
Thank you. And for all of you, stay tuned. I have some guests. You're gonna be very interested in listening that what they have to say. We'll be right back.